Hi, this is David Lee. Welcome to the May 2026 video conference call and the newsletter that I've got to accompany this presentation. Back to the future, no mortgages required. This follows on from last month where, do you remember, I said that in my mind this is the beginning of phase 4 of the market cycle, phase 4 being recession. And it's come in 18 years to the month since in April 2008, when there was a sudden crisis in the lending with the banks and property investors were stuck what to do next, and they all came running to our presentations that we gave. And it's just like I was foretelling in my past newsletters for the last 2.5 years. Not scaring people, but getting you prepared for the market cycle, which does move. It goes up, it goes down, and you can anticipate it rather than listening to what some government spokesman has said to you last week or last month, saying that there's a crisis coming. Well, I've been warning you about this to get you ready, so it's nothing new to me. So my presentations on YouTube are not about what something has just been announced. It's in the future, anticipating what's coming next to get you forewarned and forearmed. So, as I've told you in the newsletter, I talk about the boiling frog syndrome. And so this has been a slow boil. And people, especially property investors, maybe you have been feeling it. And many of you buy-to-let investors, baby boomers, have been bailing out in masses over the last year or so. So where do we go from here, where we're at today? So how are you going to adapt? Because now you've got no choice. It is here, and I've been laying the foundations. Back to the future, here we go back to the past to get us ready on where to go next. Back in those days, from 2008 to about 2013 to 2015, myself and Rick Otten, together, we were presenting at boot camp, 3-day conferences, how to buy a house for £1 with no mortgage required. Well, today I've changed that. It's how to control a house for £1 with no mortgage required. And what are we both doing up there? We're answering the questions from the audience. Because when we started, and I vividly recall in 2008, when we're showing them how to buy a house for £1, they could not understand. They understand today options, but we were doing options for a purchase. And then I was doing option for a sale. So we had 2 options on each side, and I was in the middle, for example, and therefore I never owned anything. But confused, they got so confused about that at the time. And these strategies are not being applied typically today. So the way we do it has changed. It's not exactly the same. The paperwork's changed. It's been updated, upgraded in what I've been doing to bring it forward to 2026. So when I spoke to people at events, they had no idea. David, that's a cute little strategy you're doing. That sounds good. But they go back to what they're doing. Even if I show them phase 3 of the property market cycle, what comes next? Phase 4. Then they just go back to what they're doing. They have no recollection of this. They're just latter-day property investors. And I'm not saying that we're going to go exactly back to what once preceded, but times evolve, things are different. And so I've been developing, as you know, for the last 2.5-3 years, a training platform that was online, because I'm not going out speaking in public, doing all that backup and time and effort. It's wearing and tearing, and I want to be able to do transactions. Isn't that what you want to do as well? So I've upgraded the training that we've been doing for the last 15 to 20 years. I've put the best of in there, and I've updated and upgraded and added more content from me, the business systems analyst, to automate this whole process So you spend time on doing deals from day one, not day 100. It's like having a mentorship program, but you don't have the price to go along with it. So I've got for you, as you know, the core course, which is how to control a house for £1. You get to know what we do before you even get involved with anything so that you can understand everything. And as you go through and see these courses, they are multi-layered. There are multiple episodes, modules, video, audio, manuals, everything, software that you have got access to, and it spreads out over a duration of 12 months and more of this content. But the idea is not for you to be a nerd and having to learn everything before you go out and do anything. The idea is to get you started, and that's why I've given you that free course. There you've got the access to learning.webuyhouses.global. I wanted to share with this, I'm using Robert Kiyosaki because it seems people tend to listen what Robert Kiyosaki says. So, okay, we'll go along with that. But you know, I've been telling you about the change in the market cycle and this in advance. And he's said similar things to this. And again, I look at what other people are doing and I think, what is that looking backwards or is it looking forwards? And he's been saying, he took the words right out of my mouth. The biggest companies in the world are about to get beaten by people working from their kitchen table. Well, this is where we differ. I don't work from my kitchen table. I work from my computer desk. I work from home. I'm lean and mean and hungry, and I have shredded all my overhead costs down to almost nothing. And I know what large educational organizations in the property world, they are spending a fortune, and that's why they have to charge a fortune for their online or for their mentoring programs, 12-month mentoring programs. But looking forward, is it going to be sustainable? Now here's what, I know you can't read that. I'm going to pull out the highlights of what he said the 16th of May, just last week. He said this: the biggest companies in the world are about to get beaten by people working from their kitchen table. Not someday, right now. It's already happening. And as you can see, I'm working from home. I'm going out. I've got everything automated with my online presence, and I'll give you some examples. And I just go in my own backyard in West London doing my marketing. I've freed up my time completely. Wouldn't you like to be able to do the same thing? Have the flexibility? Because I'm showing you, I'll give you some of the proof of what I've been doing. And this isn't theory. This is what's happening to the entrepreneurs who moved first. And that's why I've repeatedly told you time and time again, get ready, what's coming, because I've been doing the same. They're not fighting the giants. I've got no competition. The only competition is when I wake up in the morning, am I motivated to do what I'm doing right at this moment? And as you know, I love building systems. I've told you this time and time again. So it is a passion for me. They're moving too fast for the giants to catch up. And that's what I say. How are you going to undo all this big infrastructure that's there in place at the moment? The boardroom lost its advantage. The kitchen table just got its revenge. My computer desk, my little workstation, working from home. I go down to the coffee shop every day. What, David, what do you do? No, not much. I'm just a bum. They don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes, but I'm going out doing things in an automated process. And just like Poundland, have you noticed they're closing up? Even for a pound, they're losing business, and they're closing up all across the country. The question is, who's next? Just look at all these businesses that have closed up since COVID. With what's coming up over the next 4 years, who's next? Because you cannot run that model. Maybe we all need to be working from the kitchen table or from behind our computer desk. with almost zero overhead cost to do what I want to do and get access to what's happening, because yay, I showed you earlier this month that between the tale of two investors, I'm seeing opportunity, and guess what Mr. Traditional Investor's seeing? Despair. He's got a big ball and chain around his neck and he's going crazy. Where do you want to be? Opportunity? Yes! Or despair? Because I'm so confident what I've been doing in advance, as I've shown you in the past, developing those systems in the 2000s, popularizing them, looking at always more opportunities, building my website presence, answering the problems that people are now going to have. Because I've told you last month the number of people that have got houses on the market, and I look for houses 3 to 4 bedrooms, terraced or detached or semi-detached, vacant because there's no forward chain, and if they've been on the market for more than 90 days, they're on the market for an average of about varying between 260 days and 280 days average. So there's motivation out there. And if they're coming and confronting cash buyers, how do you think it sounds to them? 15% off the top, 20% off the top. And then I come along and then I say, well, let's sit down and have a talk and see what you're trying to achieve. Let's have a look what I'm doing. And because I've got this done, if they want, I can buy at discount. I've got people out there that want to buy at discount, or let's just float an idea around. Look at that. It's not rocket science. It's just easy. Would you like to join in, be a part of that? Not spend a fortune. Oh, geez, this is too good to be true. Oh, we know how people think. It's got to be too good to be true. It's too good not to say no to. And as I told you before, if you start typing this into Google, I'm at the top of page 1 for all of my areas. Perryvale, Hayes, Uxbridge, Greenford. Look, you go there, do it yourself. And it could be typing in sell house fast. That's what people say. And then where they live, they put where they live. Ruislip. Oh, let's change that. They might not type in sell house fast. What about sell house quick? What are the key phrases people are doing? Okay, we'll try that for Harrow. Oh, there I am again. How did that happen? Magic. And so, again, this is running on autopilot. I'm not doing anything. People are finding me 24 hours a day. If I can do it from my workstation, from my computer desks, and go out, got my marketing in place, got all these properties that are on the market that are hot, well, would you like to join me? I've got free time to help you at the same time. As I've told you before, how to control a house for $1 deposit with no mortgage needed. So before you even think about anything, get to understand what we're doing. And it's not just lease options. Everybody will say lease options, purchase options, blah, 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 blah. And remember what I said at the beginning? We had lawyers doing all these transactions with us to put them in place. So that's what I've been doing, getting ready, bringing this all up to date, making it accessible, go and having my coffee in the morning, maybe one in the afternoon, go out and do what I'm doing. Would you like to replicate what I do? And you've got personal backup if you would like to join me, because you've got the chance to learn how to do this. If you want that personal support, I'm there, I'm available, I've got the time. I don't have all these costs burdening me down. I'm available, and I'd like to have a few more people to join me. Learning.webuyhouses.global. There you go. You can see I'm quite excited about this, but this is something that I've been working towards, getting ready, and now I'm making it accessible for you so that even if you don't like it, you can cancel. but you'll find there's enough there to keep you going. We can interact. You can have 30 minutes with me talking deals. If you need more support than that, we can arrange something. But there is what I've been doing. Welcome to 2026 and phase 4 of the property market cycle. It's going to be with us for a few years to come. Thank you.